is present at this moment. So these are the good intentions that you have for today's Dhamma ceremony. As I was coming here, I was looking around, especially on this road. I don't know what road, I forgot the name of this road. And there are houses, and also there are some special decks towards the lake, I think to park the boats, and also we saw one seaplane, and maybe they are going to, your parents are going to buy you a seaplane so that you can land on this lake and park over in front of the house. So that would be amazing, no? And also, I saw some people on the deck towards the lake. Right? That reminded me of a story of the Buddha. This is found in the Dhammapada. It's Dhammapada Gatha, the verse 270. The background story is like something like this. One day, Buddha was traveling, and he was walking on the street, and there was a kind of maybe small lake or river. Buddha saw that person, the person who was, I think, trying to catch fish. And Buddha saw something, I think Buddha has a special ability to see the future of anyone. So, and Buddha saw that man has this good karma to become at least Sotapanna. So, and then he told the monks, let's go to that man. Let's talk to him. And then Buddha went to him together with the monks, and then the fisherman saw the Buddha, and he threw away the fishing net, and then he stood in nice gesture, in Anjali. And Buddha kept asking there were some people who also gathered there, and he was asking their names. And then it was this fisherman, what's your name? The fisherman said, sir, my name is Ariya. Ariya. He said, Ariya people, Ariya means noble one. Ariya people cannot harm anyone. They cannot do fishing. Then he uttered this beautiful verse. It's called Natena Ariyo Hoti Yena Panani Hinsati. Ahimsa Sabba Panana Ariyoti Pavuchati. So that means Natena Ariyo Hoti Yena Panani Hinsati. Those who harm other beings, other sentient beings, Panani means their life, they cannot be called Ariya. They cannot be called Ariya. Anyone, whoever is hurting others, they cannot be noble ones. Then Ahimsa Sabba Panana. If anyone who could have this ahimsa, like non-violence, non-harm, that person is called Ariya. Ariyoti Pavuchati. That person is called Ariya. So then as I was coming to this place, I saw those people. I think they can be called Ariyas, no? I also see a deck in front of your cottage. There could be many fish. Even I see from here. There is a man on the boat, actually. Yeah, he is trying to catch fish. I can see it from here. See, I have an eagle eye. I hope you don't have fishing nets here, no? You do? So now, the teaching of the Buddha is to have the love and kindness for all sentient beings. If you have a mind of harming others, you have to drop it immediately. You have to abandon that intention, that thought of hurting someone. It's not just the people, all sentient beings. Now why? Buddha said, Sukha kamani bhutani. All sentient beings like to be happy. They desire happiness. Now you came to this place. Why? Because you don't want to live in a hustle and bustle environment. Because living in Toronto, Mississauga, is too noisy. Even our temple is located by the busy road. When we do meditation programs, right? You can hear all kinds of noise in the background. But when you come here, and of course there's no noise, there are not that many people, nobody's honking, nobody's driving around. You are living in harmony with the beautiful environment, the nature, looking at the lake, looking at these beautiful trees, would help you become relaxed immediately. You feel this is a way of living with the nature in harmony, in peace. So you have to have that great lofty mind to find that happiness, to share that happiness, to let every being live in peace and harmony. Right? So now imagine there are fish. You came here to live in peace and harmony. By doing fishing, you're harming your life. You're hindering your journey. Right? So even I know there are all these big shots, powerful people, presidents, prime ministers, even those billionaires. They go fishing, they go deer hunting, they go seagull hunting, or what hunting, what not, all kinds of hunting. Now what are they doing? They are harming other beings. By doing so, what are they doing is they are putting their life in danger. Because we are the disciples of the Buddha. We are students of the Buddha. Buddha taught us that until we realize nirvana, we have to travel in this cycle of life. Being reborn as human beings is very difficult thing to do. It's very rare. It's not that easy. So what is so difficult? We have achieved that. That's the human rebirth. Right? So now, as human beings, if we continue doing the deer hunting or fishing here, catching the fish, and of course, you never know. You're developing this habit, this attitude, this mind, this behavior of the fish. Once you continue thinking of fishing, what are you doing? Now, if you study psychology, basically, you're conditioning your mind with the fishing. And fishing means fish. So now imagine in the last moment of your death, if you die with that intention, the thought, the mind of fish, what will happen to you next time? You're going to be reborn as a fish in this lake. buy this cottage, this house. And they will, come with the fishing hook. Arjuna. So you have to be very careful of what you're doing, no? You come here for peace and harmony, no? But if you destroy your life with that kind of negative behavior, then what's the point of having this beautiful cottage, So I'm not saying you should not do it, okay? I'm just, sharing the teaching of the Buddha. Well, after all, it's your life. You're responsible for your own karma, not me. Right? That's the Kammassakomhi. Buddha said, Kammassakomhi, kammadayado, kammayoni, kammabandhu, kammapatisarano. Yang kammang karissami, kalyanang va papakang va, tassa dayado bhavissami iti abhinhang paccavekitapa. The Buddha encouraged the disciples to reflect one of the 5 subjects. This one is called Kammassakomhi. I am the owner of my own karma. In other words, I'm responsible for my own action. Kammayoni, I am born with karma. Kammabandhu, karma is my relative, my friend. Kammapatisarano, karma is my refuge, my shelter, my inheritance. Kammapatisarano. Yang kammang karissami, kalyananga papano. Whatever karma I do, good or bad, tassa dayado bhavissami iti, I will inherit that karma, the result of that karma. Abhinhang paccavekitapam, we have to reflect on this all the time. Abhinhang means all the time, always. Paccavekitapam must be reflected, contemplated. So, what is so difficult to achieve, we have achieved that as the human rebirth. But now we have to be this is part of, you all are so privileged beings, including us, we monks. We monks too. See, there are so many monks in Sri Lanka, in India, in Bangladesh and other countries. They don't even have this beautiful, delicious meal. They are struggling during this difficult time. But we monks are so privileged, so fortunate to have so many devotees who are coming after us, Although we say don't bring anything, but they buy something and drop them at the temple. Now, this is because you know that even in this lifetime, how much we all care for you. When you come to the temple, we talk to you, at least Nayakahadru makes a cup of tea for you, and we say Pirit, we talk to you nicely, and if I am there, I talk to the kids, right? And give birthday blessings on special occasions, no? And you receive the chocolate, candy, cookies, ice cream, lollipops, whatnot, everything, no? Now why? Because we also doing good karma. So that good karma is coming after you, right? Even during difficult time, it will come to you. So now we all have done a lot of good karma. So one thing that you have to keep in mind, it doesn't matter where we go, whatever you do, where we live, always keep in mind to do good. And if you do good, you will be fine. And if you have a mind of hurting someone or harming any being, you have to be mindful to drop it immediately. Why? That intention of hurting someone is going to become full of burden. It's going to destroy your peace of mind. Then it's going to make you unhealthy. This reminds me of a story. I think you may remember there was another resident monk at our temple. He's also from Bangladesh, but now he lives in Saskatchewan. He used to go to a place called Belleville. You know Belleville, no? So there's a Vietnamese monastery. So he would go there to meditate, and then he would walk around. So there was a local man, white Caucasian. He saw this monk and he said hello. So they became good friends. They had coffee at a nearby coffee shop. And so that local man was interested in this because this is the first time he saw a monk. So he said, well, there's a monastery nearby, and I come here to meditate, so you can practice meditation. So they became good friends. So another day they were having coffee, and he said, you know what, I'm scared so much, and even I see nightmares, and I cannot sleep peacefully. And then and he in dreams he screams like pigs. Yeah? And so then he sees like someone, a butcher is coming after him to kill him. So then he said, well, what do you do? And he said, I own a pig farm. So he made a living more than 30 years on this pig farm, killing the pigs. So what happened? Every day he's killing pigs, and his mind became conditioned. So now he is scared. He sees what he has done in dreams. And then he said, the monk said, well, that is in the past. Then if you want to live a peaceful life, then see whether you can stop doing what you're doing right now. And it might change your life. So this local man, took his advice, and he sold his pig farm to someone else. And then he started practicing meditation. Even I remember the local man gave a ride to that monk to our temple. He brought him back here. And so after that, it said he did not see any bad dreams. Yeah? So I'm just telling these stories, just to become mindful of our own action. It's very important. Like, just because someone is doing, now imagine you are the fish, if I come to catch you with this hook, oh my goodness. Even if someone pinches you, don't you feel hurt? Yeah? It hurts, If you step on a nail, doesn't it hurt? Now imagine I catch you with this, like this. It must be hurting so much, so we should not do such things. So then if you do that kind of things, the Buddha said you can be an Ariya. Right? So if you want to be an Ariya, the noble person, then love all sentient beings. As Buddha said, Ahimsa sabba prananam ariyoti pauchyati. You can become an Ariya only when you embrace all sentient beings with love, kindness, and compassion. Right? So let them live freely in the lake, then they will let us live freely here. Otherwise, there must be a big fish watching everything. He might jump from lake to this cottage looking for all of you. So just reflect on this gatha, this verse I explained, okay? Now as I was coming here, that's what came into my mind. Okay, so today you performed a beautiful ceremony inviting all the monks, and I'm very grateful to all of you for putting the mask on. I was kind of concerned when I entered this cottage, and I went to the kitchen, and I said, where's your mask, where's the mask, And then I went to the washroom. When I was coming out, I saw everyone put the mask on. This is good. This is the teaching of the Buddha. It's called Attano Rakkanto Paranrakati. Looking after yourself, you look after others. you noticed that I put the mask on when I was entering here, but I just removed it because I'm giving the Dhamma talk. And also, parang rakhanto attham rakhati. Looking after others, you look after ourselves. Because we need all of you. You all are our devotees. Without you, we can't run the temple. We build the temple for who? For these kids. So we want to provide safety to everyone. So that's why we try to be mindful of that. That's why we kindly encourage people. Sometimes, what's wrong with this monk? Why is he asking us to put the mask on? Because I love you. I care for you. That's why. You all are our devotees, no? Yeah, so thank you for putting the mask on. So now, with the heart full of gratitude, let us transfer merits to all the relatives and friends who are dead and gone. And especially your fathers, Mr. Peter Dua Gamage Elis Veeravaksha, Mr. Irwin Abekon, Mr. Ravindra Disanaika, and other relatives and friends who are dead and gone in your families. May they all receive all these merits. May they find happy home in the samsara. May they gain a speedy release from the cycle of life. Eventually, may they all attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. With these thoughts in mind, say idami nyati nanhotu. Let us also share the merits with Devas, our guardian angels and deities. May Devas receive all these merits, and may they continue to protect and guard all of you with their divine blessings, and especially the Gamage family and the relatives and friends who are gathered at this moment with their divine blessings. May Devas continue to provide you the safety and health. With these thoughts in mind, now share merits with Devas by reciting this gatha. Ettavata chantihi. Happy Prarthana Karamu, Aditya Arjuna Mahatma, Dunvinona Darwan, Me Paule Hitatan Sauda Saudarin, Hitatan Hamatoma Ekarashi Karigana, Adami Arjuna Mahatma Dunvinona Get, Me Alut Me Now University, Me Cottage University, Pratamain Picture Nahasela, Vadamagana, Me Irin, Buddha Puja, Sangha Puja Siddha Kerala, Pirisajjana Kerala, Hunga Pindas Karigana. E Paul Sapat, E Pian Hastila, Pian Pinan Modern Kala, Deviant Data Pinan Modern Kala, Timi Silva Raskargata, Silu, Purushakti, Malan Bhavin, Tunrangi Anant Gunabali, Silu Devengarakawani, Me Pinatun Hamdanatama, Sitakveva, Shantiakveva, Yapatak Maveva, Ayra Roga di Sampa Salseva, Digas Salseva, Me Pinatun Gejivite, Tautavadilveva, Sapateva, Lokamateva, Tunragi Ashirvada Bale, Mubahamdanagi Majivite, Hama Sanisilakmaveva, Avasani de Budupase, Budumanatan Hansela, Nivi Sarasi, Panvadala, Shanta Pranita, Ama Mahanivan, So Salseva, Kilasa. Abhivadana Sinis Nityam Madhavajayino Chattaru Dhamma Vadhanti Ayuvanno Sukham Balam Ayurarogya Sampatti Sarga Sampatti Mevache Ato Nibbana Sampatti Minate Samijjatu. Now you think about the meaning of the cottage down, okay? Okay, come for Filipino, okay? All of you.